Here with me is the Tecno Spark 40 Pro Plus, and I'm about to unpack everything about this phone. But before I start, here is a little backstory. In one of my Instagram videos, I mentioned I would drag Tecno if this phone didn't live up to the hype or my expectations. In this video, we are going to find out if it does. So without wasting your time, let's get right to it. Let's start with the design because, whoa, this phone is sleek. Measuring just 6.49mm thick and only 160 grams in weight, making it a stunner. Just check out how slim this phone is. You can easily have it in your pocket and no one would notice it is there. Like, I don't know how else to explain the feeling of holding a phone this slim. And the curved edges make using the phone with one hand effortless. In fact, this phone is love at first sight and feel. But then, all this might also be a turn off to some people as it makes it appear fragile. However, the Hot 40 Pro is still there to choose from, so there is something for everyone this time around. The back, the top and the bottom frames are made of plastic with a matte finish. So yeah, no fingerprint smudges. It has dual Dolby Atmos speakers that are loud and clear, one at the top and the other at the bottom. It has a SIM tray that houses 2 nano SIM cards. I love the camera design. It has a camera bump that is kind of minimal. You know, we are already used to bold rectangular camera bumps, but this one here looks flat with curved edges, which I absolutely love. It has what seems like a triple camera setup, which isn't, but I'll talk about that later in the video. According to Tecno, the lens module is wrapped with aluminum metal decor in order to achieve a high quality appearance. And yes, the lens area does look and appear high quality and premium. For durability, it is IP64 rated, so a little dust and water splash here and there won't harm the phone. Tecno also claims the phone is drop resistant up to 2 meters, as it has the Corning Gorilla Glass 7i, which is improved compared to the Corning Gorilla Glass 5, making it 2 times resistant to falling, shock and friction. To be honest, I didn't try this feature because I'm not about intentionally dropping a phone I bought with my money, and a curved edge phone at that. Nope. But if Tecno wants me to, my hands are open. They should send a phone over and I will gladly do the drop test. The Spark 40 Pro Plus comes in black, white, titanium and green, and these are the items in the box. Moving on to the display, it has a 6.78-inch curved 1.5K AMOLED display with a 1220p resolution and a buttery 144Hz refresh rate with a touch sampling rate of 2160Hz. The 1.5K AMOLED offers a sharper and more detailed image compared to a standard AMOLED display. But then, while doing my research on the new chip that powers this phone, I noticed that the max refresh rate for the chip is 120Hz. And this leaves me wondering, is there something Tecno isn't telling us? Because MediaTek clearly states max refresh rate is 120Hz, and Tecno on the other hand claims the phone refreshes up to 144Hz. Someone should please make this make sense to me. Nevertheless, the display is gorgeous and you get to have a buttery smooth experience while using the phone. Whether you are using it to watch movies, scroll through your socials or play games, you will get sharp, vibrant colors with smooth navigation. Still on the display, it has a peak brightness of 4600 nits and an HBM brightness of 1600 nits. So when you are outdoors under the sun, the display gets really bright, and also the screen is wet touch enabled. So it doesn't matter whether your hands are wet or the screen is wet, you will still be able to operate this phone. The Spark 40 Pro Plus runs on Android 15, iOS 15.1, and it gives a smooth, feature-packed experience. You get customizable gestures, a dynamic port around the selfie camera for notifications, and Ella, Tecno's AI assistant, which is handy for quick tasks like setting reminders or summarizing text. You also get about 13 embedded AI features and even more, including Circle to Search. Under special functions, you also get outdoor booster, smart panel, floating windows, split screen, and the rest. However, there are some bloatware apps, but most of it can be uninstalled, unlike some other brands that lock you in. As for software updates, there is no information regarding that as of the time of making this video. I'm speculating 2 to 3 years, but let's just hope Tecno officially states that. Now, let's talk about the brain of this beast, the MediaTek Helio G200. And this phone is like the first phone to rock this processor, if I'm not mistaken. The Helio G200 is built on a 6nm processor with an octa-core setup, 2 high-performance ARM Cortex A76 cores and 6 Cortex A55 cores at 2.0 GHz for efficiency, paired with the Mali G57 GPU. So this thing is a solid performer for 2025 as it had some noticeable improvements. For daily tasks like WhatsApp, Instagram and YouTube, the 40 Pro Plus is smooth as butter. I had many apps open, including many tabs on Chrome, and I didn't experience lag. The 8GB RAM that is extendable to 13GB with 5GB virtual RAM and 256GB storage keeps things fast. The storage, however, is still UFS 2.2 and not the faster UFS 3.1 you would find on pricier phones. But for the price of this phone, I have no complaints. When it comes to gaming, I played PUBG Mobile and Call of Duty Mobile and they ran smoothly at 60 FPS in medium settings with no lag. The thermal management on this phone is also good. It doesn't get very hot during long gaming sessions. That said, if you're a hardcore gamer pushing ultra settings on every title, you might want to look at a flagship. This phone is for casual to mid-tier gaming and it delivers. With Antutu benchmark score of approximately 470,000, this phone is a solid budget phone. For the camera, you get a 50-megapixel main camera with an electronic image stabilization and an f1.8 aperture. The front camera is a 30-megapixel shooter with a dual LED flash. Compared to the 30 Pro's 108-megapixel main camera, the 40 Pro Plus 50-megapixel camera might sound like a downgrade, but I don't know. Tecno, can you please tell us why you reduced the camera sensor from 108 megapixel down to 50 megapixel, especially when the new chipset it runs on can handle up to 200 megapixel. However, in good lighting, the 50 megapixel camera takes stunning photos. The colors pop without being oversaturated and the details are sharp. The AI enhancements part of Tecno's AI suite help with scene recognition and HDR, making shots look vibrant even in tricky lighting. Low light performance is decent thanks to the super night mode, but it is not flagship level. You will get some noise in really dim settings. The portrait photos look decent too, and I like how it's also decently blur the background. Selfies are not bad, just make sure that there is enough lighting in every photo moment and you are good to go. For videos, you can record up to 2K 30 frames per second. Video taking are okay with good color balance. The stabilization feature works only when recording at 1080p 30 frames per second, so be mindful of movements when recording at 1080p 60 frames per second or at 2K 30 frames per second, as you will end up with shaky videos. The 13-megapixel selfie camera is solid for video calls and Instagram stories, and the dual LED flash with adjustable brightness is a lifesaver for late-night selfies. I was honestly hoping they would at least give us an ultra-wide camera, but then for the price, I can't really complain. With a 5200 mAh battery, this phone can last a long time. I got a full day of heavy use watching movies, gaming and scrolling Instagram and still had 20% left by bedtime. With casual use, you are looking at 2 days easily. It supports a 45-watt wired charging, which gets you from 0 to 50% in about 25 minutes and a full charge in under an hour. But here is the real flex. You get a 30-watt wireless charging. Yes, a budget phone with wireless charging. Just attach it on a QI compatible pad and you are good to go. It is not as fast as wired, but it is super convenient for topping up at your desk or bedside or even on the go using a wireless magnetic power bank. The 40 Pro Plus also supports 5 watts reverse wireless charging, so you can juice up your earbuds or a friend's phone when the need arises. There is also the bypass charge feature. Always keep it at the back of your mind that wireless charging speed drops if you're using a thick phone cover. For connectivity and extras, you get the 4.5G network that is slightly faster than 4G. There is also the free link feature that allows you make free calls or send free messages without a network which works like walkie-talkies. Very useful for situations where there is no network coverage. There is also an IR blaster for controlling your home appliances. We also have the NFC feature and the dual system feature to help protect your privacy. Priced at 274,000 naira. What do I think about this phone? Well, I think the Tecno Spark 40 Pro Plus is the phone. It is a budget phone that offers way above its price tag. It is slimmer, faster and more versatile than the Tecno Spark 30 Pro of last year, with wireless charging feature stealing the show. Whether you are a student, a casual gamer or just someone who wants a phone that looks and feels premium without breaking the bank, this phone is a serious contender. Now, let me know in the comments what you think about this phone. Would you pick this over the competition? Drop a like and hit the subscribe button if you enjoyed this review. Thanks for watching and I will see you in my next video.